Hey guys, this is Rosa Kelly. So today I'm going to share with you how to turn your very simple mini albums into very dynamic interactive books. We're going to be adding spinning pieces, moving pieces, and it's going to be so much fun. So let's get right to it. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I am here with another part to this 30-minute easy mini album. So if you didn't watch the previous two videos, I show you how to make the base of the book in 30 minutes. Very basic book, and then we added some different elements, 5 easy ways to add like three-dimensional elements to your book, and maybe more flaps and things like that. And on this video, I'm gonna share with you how to make your book even more special by adding some spinning and movable pieces. Also, remember to subscribe to my channel and leave me a like if you enjoy these videos. Let me know in the comments below what other videos you would like to see as well. And also consider becoming a member to the channel if you would like to see additional bonus tutorials, technique tutorials, and even live classes. I am having a live class this Saturday, so I'm excited about that. And so now the first technique that I want to share with you is a spinning waterfall. I love adding waterfalls to my books because they just give you so much opportunity for pictures. However, every time I put a waterfall, I never know which orientation I should make it, because sometimes I don't even know what pictures I'm adding to the book yet. And so I came up with this idea some time ago on creating the waterfalls and making them spinnable, and that way we can display the pictures, either portrait or landscape. So I'm going to start with a piece of cardstock. I'm gonna cut this at 5.5 by 7.5, and then I'm going to build right here. So I'm actually going to do another one of these 7.5 by 5.5. And so what I'm going to do is use one for the base of the waterfall, and I'm going to use the other one to make the piece spinnable. And so now I'm going to add the waterfall elements, and then I'm going to cut 8 pieces at 5.5 by 4. And then we are going to score at 1/2 inch along the 4-inch side. So I'm just gonna bring this over. And now I'm just going to fold along the score line. We're gonna bring one of the 5.5 by 7.5 pieces, and we are going to start building our waterfall. Now I'm just going to add the glue on this 1/2 inch section, and we are going to add these right along the top. And now I'm using 65-pound cardstock for this, which is the lightweight, and I'm actually using that same cardstock for the entire book. But if you are working with heavyweight, I suggest you do the waterfall on 65-pound cardstock so you don't have a big bulky waterfall. Okay, so we're gonna add the first one. Now I'm gonna open this up and just go ahead and glue the 1/2 inch here, and you're gonna use the sides here as a guide to make sure that the pieces are going straight. You can also close and just double check the sides that they're still going straight. So that is the one issue with the waterfall sometimes, that when we add the pieces they start going to the side. So it's always good to add them onto a base as a guide instead of adding them straight onto like a bigger page. Okay, so I'm just gonna add all of these pieces. have our waterfall, and now I'm going to use the other 5.5 by 7 piece that we cut, and we are going to cross a line here. I'm going to find the center, so I'm just going to do a little X right there to find the center. Now this don't have to be added on the center. I'm gonna add a bracket. So we are going to make the hole right there. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little hole in there, and we're going to add a bracket. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm going to close the bracket here on the back. And now I'm going to go ahead and glue the waterfall onto this base. So I'm just gonna add my glue all over here. Okay, so we're just gonna go like that, and then put this right on top. And then I'm going to press down. I'm just going to turn this to the back and press down here. Okay, now this piece we can add to our book, so we can find any place that we want to add this and make it spin like that. We can even put it on top of these opening pages. Let me see if I can find something that don't have a lot going on, like this page here. We can probably add it right there. So that is one idea. Now if you have already added paper, let's say you already added paper onto your mini album, and now you don't know how to add the brad, I'm going to show you a way how you can still add these elements to your book even after you have added the paper. So in my case, I haven't added the paper, so I can attach this little hole to my design paper, but let's pretend that I have paper in there. And so what I'm going to do is cut a little base. So I'm going to cut a piece here. It has to be smaller than this so you don't see it, but also large enough to have a really good hold on the page. So I'm gonna cut this at 5 by 5. Okay, and I'm also going to do that center. So I'm just going to get my center here. I'm gonna mark an X, and let's say if you're adding right now your design paper, you can also cut the size that you need on your design paper and find the center and add this. We're going to now make a hole there on the X as well, and I'm going to open these brads. Okay, so be careful that it doesn't go all the way down, and we're going to pass here this 5 by 5 piece. Okay, and then I'm going to close these, and this time I'm going to secure the brad using some tape. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some tape here. And there you go. So now this spinning piece is independent, and all you have to do is glue this 5 by 5 piece to any page. You just glue that 5 by 5 down, and then this is going to spin regardless. Okay, so now I'm going to just put my piece right there. I'm gonna glue it after I glue the paper, but you can see how perfect it fits, and then it's kind of hiding here behind this layout. If you wanted to showcase it, you can go ahead and put it on the front as well, and it will also be able to spin. So that is the spinning waterfall, and let's move on to the next idea. So the next feature that I want to add to this book is a sliding page. Sliding pages are really fun. I like having them kind of as a secret place for a picture, and so you can make them at any size. I'm going to show you how to add one maybe for this front opening page here, and I'm going to make this slide up and down. And so I'm going to First, what you want to do is measure the size of the page where you want to add your sliding feature. For example, this is 8.5, and then I'm going to add about an inch to that measurement. So I'm going to cut a piece at 9.5 by 1 inch. So I'm going to cut that here. So 9.5 by 1, and I'm going to score at 1/2 inch on each end, okay, to create the little sliding system, the little belt. And so we're going to just fold along the score line. Now I'm going to use a small piece, and I'm going to cut this piece at about 3 inches. So this will be like 3 by 1. And then I'm going to score this little piece to create a little loop, and I'm going to score at 1 1/8 and 2 1/4. So you just want to make it a little bit bigger than your loop, so you can go than your belt, so your loop can go and be able to slide on that longer piece. So we're just gonna close this here. Okay, and I'm going to add these to that little belt. What I want to do is have the sliding maybe on this page, and then this can be like an opening flap. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna do this right there, and I'm just gonna open this up and just put this on the edge. Okay, so here we go, and then I'm going to press down and press. I'm going to cut a piece, and I think I have something here already. So this is going to be about 5.5 by 8.5, and then we're going to go ahead and glue this piece here on top of this loop, and we're just gonna place that right there. So you want to make sure to slide the loop all the way down. Okay, and then we're going to glue that little corner. I'm gonna let this dry here for a second, and then this is going to slide up like that, and you're going to be able to have a little picture there and then slide down. And so there you go. That is a really easy and simple way to add more movement to your book. Now we're going to close that up and work on one more technique. And so the last technique is going to be another sliding page, but we're going to modify it, and you're going to see how many options you have using kind of the same techniques. So I'm going to start with 2 pieces at 6.5 by 4. Okay, so 6.5 by 4, and I'm going to score these 2 pieces here at 1/2 inch along the 6.5. So we're just going to go ahead and score at 1/2 inch and at 1/2 inch, and we're going to fold along the score lines. Okay, there we go, and here we go. Now I'm gonna put these two to the side for now, and I'm going to cut a new piece, and this is going to be just a longer piece here. So this is going to be again 1 inch. Let's do 1 inch here, and I'm going to do this by 9, and I'm going to score this piece along the 9 inches. We're going to score at 4 1/8 and at 8 1/4. Okay, so 4 1/8 and 8 1/4, and we're going to make this loop. So we're going to glue this little piece here. Okay, so let's add the little glue and close this right there. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is join these two pieces together and kind of create these what do you call this, kind of like a belly band. So I'm going to add my glue, okay, on one side, and we're going to place this on top. Okay, so you want the score lines to be opposite, and then I'm going to use my 1 inch loop and place it in here. Okay, you want to make sure it slides pretty easily. If it's kind of giving you a little friction, you can also just trim this down a bit here. So I'm just going to make sure this is exactly 4 inches. It's really important to cut the exact measurements when you do this type of loops and sliding pages, because you don't want to have friction on the way the page is moving. Okay, so now that I have that in there, I'm going to go ahead and close these larger belly bands here. Okay, so we're just gonna glue and close this. So now we have this sliding piece right there, and then I am going to cut one more piece at 4 by 6, and then I'm going to glue this piece on this 1 inch loop. So I'm gonna slide that all the way down and just add my glue here. Okay, so only on that 1 inch section, and then I'm going to place this right on top. Okay, and press down, and there you go. So now you have your sliding like reveal page. You can have a picture here, and then you can have a picture there as well. Now if you wanted to add even more fun detail to this, we can cut a new piece, and this can be 6 by 4.5, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch along the 4.5, and just add this little opening section here on the front. So I'm going to add my glue on the 1/2 inch and just add these to the side. And it's always so much fun to just add more openings and flaps. I mean, you can even add another one on top, or a little pocket, just so many ideas. And so now we have this opening page, and then this is also going to slide up and just kind of have a little peekaboo page. And then let's see where in the book we can add this type of layout. So you can add it maybe even on the center here, front opening page, because the sliding feature is independent on whatever you glue it. So if we were to glue this down here, you can still slide and open. So I think this would be a really fun place to put it. Now of course you want to add your paper here first, and then just kind of glue these and maybe have it offset a little bit so it's center, or you can put it right on the flap there as well, or just add on any area here of your book. You can even make 2 of these and kind of have these opening opposite way. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that I inspire you to add even more elements to your mini albums and just have fun creating. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Let me know what other videos you would like to see, and also consider becoming a member for additional tutorials, live classes, and so much more. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.